Hello, y'all. I am back again for another video. And this video is going to be about narcissists and text messaging. Narcissists and text messaging, part 17. The thank you. Narcissists and text messaging, part 17. Remember, I have a playlist, and this is going to be about the thank you. So, the thank you will come from you. So, if a narcissist sends you a text message, whether it be Happy Mother's Day, hello, hope everything is fine, Marie or Bill, whatever the text message says. And with the blocking thing, you got to play it by ear because having people on block removes evidence. So if something very bad were to happen and the police would have access to your phone, they will be able to look at your most recent text. And from an investigative standpoint, from a detective standpoint, someone sending you a Mother's Day text and you say thank you and they don't reply, that would be a red flag for a criminal investigator. That would be a red flag that that's a potential enemy to you. So they would start the investigation right there. Always stay in no contact, but the thank you. So many people in the United States and around the world, they're unalived more often than we could ever imagine. However, there's always clues. There's always clues right there. So, and I've stated this before in other videos, one of the most difficult things is for someone to accept the level of hatred that anyone could have for them. And understanding someone can hate you a lot without you ever having to see violence. Hello, y'all. Thanks for coming in. Please click a like. This is the Narcissist and Text Messaging, part 17. The thank you. Okay. I promised y'all that I would do a video and that my next video would be about this. When I did my last live, the update to the comparison of the wicked. So please click a like. It helps the video be put in the algorithm more. And especially for a smaller channel, I could get potentially 50 more views just by someone clicking 5 likes. Okay, so it does make a difference. So going back to the narcissist and text messaging, part 17 here, the thank you. So, especially when it's a narcissist texting you, someone that's armed, whether they be an aware narcissist or an unaware narcissist, somebody don't need to cuss you out or threaten to kill you again or kick your door in or assault you. So there was this very strange sociopathic man right outside my residence yesterday. I don't know this man. He came through my neighbor's grass, and I'll do a separate video about that. Not soon, but I'll do it later. Okay. So, because I have some other videos that I have to prioritize first that I already said I'm going to do. So that video won't be something I'll be doing urgently. However, a lot of times you don't put the clues together. Now, this man just came out of the blue. Now, on Mother's Day, the aware narcissist sent me a Mother's Day text. I talked about the Mother's Day text in part 16 of Narcissist and Text Messaging. And I will put that playlist down in the description box. Please click a like, y'all. Please click a like. Like, share, and subscribe. So, of course, this is part 17 to narcissism text messaging, and this one's going to be the thank you. So, remember, in every narcissism text messaging part, I come up with the subject matter. That's the primary subject matter, but of course, we go off into um, numerous subjects can be covered in this video. So, the thank you, y'all, it's a very significant thing, and it's you saying thank you, not the narcissist. So the narcissist is hoovering and they're initiating the text. So you're replying with the thank you. Okay, so what you're saying is not the problem. You're replying to someone, a narcissist or not, and you're saying thank you. And they don't reply. They hate your motherfucking guts. That's the bottom line. They hate the fucking ground you walk on. It's just like psychics. They can read photos and pick up the energy from photos. So can people that are clairvoyant. I can read the energy of a no response as well. And this is through understanding passive aggressive language. I also have a passive aggressive language playlist as well. I'll put that in the description box as well, along with adding this video to that playlist. Please click a like, y'all. So when you say thank you in a text message and they do not reply, they hate your motherfucking guts. And anything can happen to you. You could go over to their residence and get shot. You could be set up. They can unalive your children. That sociopathic weirdo that's around the property here, that I don't know who the hell he is, he could be connected. And I'm not trying to be paranoid. You just want to make sure you're mindful of your environment and document. I just took a little note that that man was around. Report it to the police when you see weird things. Someone that really wants to hurt you, y'all, they don't have to do it themselves. They can have someone do it. They can have someone just watching to see if anyone is coming in and out of your house, just to be nosy. People do weird things. So what I'm teaching is for you to be very mindful of your environment. And when you see strange people around your property, go back to the no response. Your feelings are not hurt because someone doesn't say you're welcome or no worries, but it's just a key indicator. People always be like, well, there was no red flag. I didn't see it coming. Some people will lie and say they were not threatened. They weren't aggressively threatened. And some people weren't. Sometimes they're telling the truth. But there's always red flags. So the no response to your thank you or anything that you text. Another example would be, I'll give example 2. The narcissist, they send you a photo and you say, nice photo. Call me when time permits. They don't reply. This is the second example. For one, they're pissed off because that's not the reaction that they're looking for. So the anger is coming in, you are reacting in a way that's not what they're looking for. And with this example too, sometimes on my photos I smile, sometimes I don't. But I often will smile on my photos. So you can see a genuine nature of a genuine person. Narcissists need to stop sending out these freaking photos with these dark ass shades on, with no smile, with their lips turned all upside down, looking like Satan has came back and said, I am here, I am the Antichrist. That's what these freaking photos that narcissists be sending out. See, because the thing is, when you have interacted with narcissists, this is example number 2. When you've interacted with narcissists, some of them have went out of town. Some of these people, you ain't seen them in over a decade. Sometimes it's been a year or two. It could be a decade and a half. Sometimes it's 2 decades, which is 20 years. But the thing is, these photos that they just send out of the blue. And with narcissists, when they ask for a photo of you in return, don't send them one. Don't send them a photo in return, especially if they're your Facebook friend. You're my Facebook friend. You got hundreds and hundreds of photos that you could see of me. I don't need to text you a photo. So in this narcissist and text messaging series, this is part 17. I told y'all that these series help me as well. Why won't y'all click a like? Come on now. No likes. Click a like. This is part 17. That's work, y'all, and dedication. 2 people sitting here and won't click a like. Would you like somebody to do that to you on your channel, especially a small channel? Click a like. Somebody will. I won't worry about it. But anyway, this is part 17. So with this example number 2, and I'll give you an example. I'll go in my text messaging right now and give you an excellent example of how this worked. So I received this demonic photo on May 11th of 2026. And remember, I did a video about the narcissist hours as well. Okay. Go back and watch that video. It's alive. The narcissist hours. I did a video about that. So with this particular narcissist, his hours or morning time, early morning, late night. So he sent me this photo May 11th, 2026 at 8:26 a.m., which is in the morning. So this is part of the narcissist hours. And this man on this photo is very unhappy. He has on these dark shades, so I cannot see his eyes. And people have done videos about that with the narcissist with the dark shades covering their eyes. Please click a like, y'all, pretty please. So I respond, I say, hello, nice photo. I addressed him by his name because we talked on the phone here and there a few times. So I said, call me. I just woke up. No response. And this is because my response isn't personal enough. Okay. It's not saying, hello, nice photo. I wish I could sleep with you. Ooh. Why ain't you being fucked right now? I'm not sending stuff like that. See, because narcissists, they don't always come off very aggressive, especially if they're a undercover narcissist, which some people on the internet would call a covert narcissist. Okay. But this narcissist is not covert anymore. He's pretty much very open with his narcissism. Oh, thank you so much for the like, y'all. Maybe I had to earn it. So I'd rather earn a like than just for people to be clicking a like for no reason. So thank you so much. I feel like I earned that like. So this demonic ass photo that this Negro sent me, freaking demonic, with these dark ass shades on, this flat effect, strapped in this seatbelt in his vehicle, like he holding a few of his demons down and can't let the seatbelt go. He also said good morning. He did not address me by my name. That's a red flag in text messaging as well, as a level of disregard for you. It's very unprofessional. And just because a narcissist does that doesn't mean I'm going to reply. So there's no reply. He initiates sending me this demonic photo during the narcissist hours. You got to watch that video because I explained what the narcissist hours are. Okay? Remember, this is Narcissist and Text Messaging Part 17. So, like I said, I got the demonic photo May 11th, 2026. He was calling me on Mother's Day. This gentleman lives out of town, but he was calling me on Mother's Day and I was not able to answer his calls. So, May 11th, I think that was what, the day after Mother's Day, maybe? I think it was. Let me see. Because Mother's Day was that Sunday before, right? Let me look here and see. Yeah, Mother's Day was May 10th of 2026. And these spirits will come in packs, right? So these are aging male narcissists that are not in a relationship. It's easier for a man to get in a relationship, y'all. They have more options. So when you see these male aging narcissists, single, I'm not talking about ladies, I'm talking about males, especially these males where you know that they were in specific relationships and sometimes they were in a relationship with you and it didn't work out, and it's primarily the damn narcissist's fault. They are so freaking ungrateful for what the Lord has sent them or allowed to come in their life to help their asses, teach them something about life, make it where they would have a partner, a supportive lady by their side, a lady that would have been willing to stay. Okay? So, again, with this example number 2, he's pissed off because I didn't answer him for Mother's Day. These men are not my baby's daddies, right? So they ain't related to any of my children. And I talked about this in Narcissist and Text Messaging Part 16. That's a red flag. You ain't got children by the ass. No narcissist gives a fuck about your children. They do not. I don't care what they done bought them, how many times they done said hello to them. Because one thing about a narcissist, they not going to keep doing that for your children. Because they don't keep doing it for their own children. And so they're not going to keep doing it for yours. They barely care about their own children. I stated that on the other video. So both of these narcissist males, one is aware, which is my ex, and one is coming into awareness. The one that sent me the photo, he's coming into his awareness to know what he is. And he's coming into his awareness because I've been talking to his ass. I've been talking about him on the comparison of the wicked. I just did a part 2 on that. He's coming into awareness because when they start saying stuff like, well, I don't care if my daughter become a prostitute or a drug addict, I don't care. When they start saying shit like that and they mean it from their soul, they're coming into awareness, which is not a bad thing. You should be aware of what you are. All these aging male narcissists, my aware narcissist that I was with, he was smart enough to stop sending me the photos. Because for one, he wasn't going to put on the shades to cover up those deadening eyes. And a blank stare and a froze look is not a deadening eye look. It's a difference. It's all about all the facial emotions that come around your face, like the flat effect. The flat effect shows no emotions. And so this gentleman, May 11th, that sent me this photo with these dark shades, he has the complete flat effect. Very demonic. Very, very demonic. I'm glad he got out of town. He don't live in the state I'm in no more. Anybody that's looking like this and has this demonic, froze, aging narcissist, fucked up, monstrous look, I'm glad they the fuck out of town. I don't care if it's 8,000 more people in town that look just like him. I'm glad this one gone. But no replies. Thank the Lord. So in this situation number 2, it means they're angry. Don't meet with these people. When a male narcissist does this, don't meet them when they come in town. Don't go out to eat with them. Don't go to motels with them. Don't get yourself laced, date raped, gang raped, or hurt. I'm going to tell you this quick story. I knew this lady. She was my neighbor. Her husband had been in prison decades and decades. She was an older lady, chocolate sister, a little heavy set, really known in the community. I mean, I liked her. She had some troubled kids that were mean at times, that had some serious issues. Some of her children even had some mental health issues. I think one of them was diagnosed with bipolar. Okay. They was good people to me in general. I was able to in general, I was able to forgive whatever you would call forgiveness, because like I said, her children were troubled, and that's a long time ago. But the story is about their mother. So like I said, their mother was my neighbor. She was kind of a heavy set lady, about average height, and her husband was in prison. He had been in there a very long time. What I gathered is she didn't go visit him very often. But check this out. He told her. He told her that when he got out of prison, he was going to kill her. He also told her that he didn't want her. He wants her vehicle. She had like a Cadillac or one of those type of cars. And I suspect that she had the vehicle before he entered the prison. It was a vehicle I think he had been in before. I think he had been in prison a decade and a half up to 2 decades. Okay, no more than 20 years. I don't think she visited him regularly because of the threats, but she stayed legally married to him. And he didn't pursue a divorce. He wanted them to stay legally married so that he could attain the car. If she dies, that car goes to him because she did not have a will where she had anything written that it would go to somebody else. And even if she did, he's the legal husband. So it doesn't mean that somebody else would get it anyway. That's why a lot of people don't marry, because they want their children to have their things. So he told her he was going to kill her and that he did not really want her. He wanted the vehicle. They all laughed it off. He told her, when I get out of prison, I'm going to kill you. And they just said, oh, he's just angry because he's incarcerated. He got out of prison. This was my neighbor, y'all. This was my neighbor. He got out of prison. I knew she had about a month to live. Because when I found out about it, I told her daughters, I said, your mama shouldn't go pick that nigga up. They say they can't stop her. She was old school, stuck in her ways. They say they mama going anyway. They mama say, that's my husband. I gotta pick him up. That's my husband. He just talking. So she picked the nigga up, her legal husband from prison, after he's already told her he'll kill her. After he's already told her. And he was very specific on when he said he gonna kill her. He said when he get out. Because he can't do shit to her while he's incarcerated. They're separated through the bulletproof glass. He can't do shit. So he has to kill her when he get out. And I would have believed him. I would have said, damn, dog, I mean, he's actually giving me a date where he actually can do it. So she goes to pick him up. I didn't meet him. I didn't want to have nothing to do with it. I told her daughters to tell their mama not to do it. I was a little bit more closer to the daughters than I was the mother, because at the time the daughters were more my age. They were in the age bracket of myself and my firstborn daughter. My firstborn daughter knew them as well. She was living here and those were our neighbors. So I had advised the ladies' daughters that they mama shouldn't go pick that nigga up. They say they can't stop their mama. They already told their mama not to do it. She picked her husband up, her legal husband, the freaking prisoner, picked his ass up from prison. She dropped dead in the shower. She dropped dead in the shower within a week. I think he had her cremated. Remember, he's the husband. So he has a lot of authority. So I think there was a cremation, I think, done that the daughters didn't agree with, or they were able to cancel that. He didn't want the cremation done because he gave her something. She dropped dead in the shower because of what he did to her, y'all. It's a lot of different ways to kill people. And that Negro, my neighbor's husband, he had 20 fucking years. to learn those ways. You know, in prison, they have access to books, y'all. You can't keep looking at prisoners, and don't ever look at a prisoner that threatens you. Like he just some dumb nigga, a hunky, or whatever racist name you want to call these people. They ain't just some dumb motherfuckers that's making threats that have not studied. So he had 20 freaking years to sit in that prison to learn a way to unalive his wife. She died within a week. Dropped dead right in the shower. Right after she gave him some pussy. So she gets her legal husband out of prison, gives him some pussy. She drops dead in the shower. He did it. He already told her he would do it. Just because he didn't go back to prison for doing it doesn't mean he didn't. He already warned her. He had 20 years to sit in prison, up to 20 years to sit in prison to learn how to better his crime so he don't go back. So this nigga has 20 motherfucking years to perfect his crime. And that's why I told her daughters, your mama is gonna have no more than a month to live. Please stop your mama from bringing your stepfather home. These was not her daughter's biological father. And I knew that's why he would do it too. There's no real bond there. Not enough of a bond that he would need. And he drove off in the sunlight in my neighbor's Cadillac. Because remember, that's what he told her he wanted. He told her he wanted her vehicle. He told her he didn't want her. He wanted her vehicle, but he would do that laughing. And I came up with a video about the humor, that toxic humor and narcissism. They ain't joking with you. They're dead serious. So that's the story time there. Because remember, in narcissism text messaging, this is part 17, you never know what you gonna hear. You never know what you're gonna hear. I come up with stories of the past and present so y'all can learn. Please click another like, y'all. So this is part 17. So the moral of the story is don't meet with anybody that's non-responsive. And sometimes what prisoners will do, I think some of what may have been going on in the background with this situation with this neighbor where her husband killed her. And he killed her. He told her he would do it. She dropped dead in the shower on his watch. The location they was at, she dropped dead in the shower. And he made sure that she was not at her residence where her daughters were at. They was like at a motel or resort, something like that, wherever they were at. I thought she would at least live a month after he got out, but actually she lived about a week. No more than 2 weeks. So some of the other things that was going on in the background of that situation was my neighbor, she would write her husband letters in the penitentiary. And you know, back then, prisoners didn't have access to phones or cell phones much like they do now, where they could text or communicate through like JPay or whatever. So one of the red flags was he would ignore her letters. He would not respond to the letters. The same way someone may not respond to your text message. And be very concerned when they initiate the text message. This is the thing with the narcissist and text messaging part 17. They're initiating the text message. They're sending you the photo. I got this demonic photo May 11th, 2026 during the narcissist hours at 8:26 a.m. They initiate the text message, but when you reply, my replies are always short and simple. I already know that they don't like me and hate me when they send me the original text, whether it be their photo or what they're typing, because I read energy correctly and I already know. So I keep it brief. I don't text too much. But when they initiate the text and you reply, nice photo, I just called you. Hello, I just woke up. You address them by their name. I address them by their name so they won't reply, so I can know the degree of how much they hate me or dislike me. Like I said, I respond and address them by their name so that they don't show no empathy, even for that. So I know how much they dislike me. And it's nothing you have to bring out this type of dislike in people. My neighbor that I was telling you about decades and decades ago, when her husband murdered her and she dropped dead. Oh, and he drove off in the sunlight in her Cadillac. Or so-called they Cadillac. He already told her that's all he wanted was her vehicle. They just thought it was just black man's humor. They giggled about it all street phone. That shit ain't funny. I would have told that motherfucker I wouldn't dare bring you home. And if I see you anywhere around me when you get out, I'm going to be the reason you back in prison because you're not killing me, dog. But you got to believe his threat to react like that. And she never reported it to the prison staff. That's another reason he gets away with it too. And it's a reason that he gets out of prison. See, I would have reported his ass to the prison staff. I would have divorced him. I would have said, if I do die or get killed by you, you're not getting my car because I'm going to divorce you. And I know for inmates where I'm at, inmates can pay $1 or something like that to do the divorce, to do their divorce. Yeah, you get a good deal on your divorce when you locked up, y'all. Where I'm at, it's $1. But I'm not sure if it would have been $1 for the wife because she's not in prison. But I know an inmate that got a divorce done and just paid $1, y'all, because he was incarcerated. So the state, of course, the divorce is more than $1, but that's all the inmate pays. The state pays the rest for the divorce when a inmate is incarcerated. And I don't know what the stipulations are on who meets the criteria to be granted that, but I do know that. And I don't know how other states work. I just know about this specific situation where someone was incarcerated and they did get a divorce done for $1. However, I think maybe when you're on the outside and you're not incarcerated, I don't know if my neighbor lady, I'll call her friend, I don't know if she would have been allowed to pay the $1 because she's not incarcerated. So I think the inmate has to file it. But he didn't want to divorce her because, like he said, he want to kill her when she get out. He killed her quick too. He unalived her actually sooner than I am. Like I said, I have my gift. I'm a little clairvoyant and I use my gift, but I ain't the Lord. So I can say, okay, the nigga gonna kill you in a month, but the Lord know he gonna do it in a week. because I'm not the Lord. I just work for the Lord. But the Lord know the exact date he gonna kill you. But a week, a month, I was 3 weeks off. The gift is working. So, and like I said, one of the things he would do to his legal wife would not was not respond to her letters, just like text messaging. And he would initiate some contact. I think this how it went. He would initiate contact because through phone calls, which would provoke his wife to write, and then he wouldn't reply. The same way these aging narcissistic males or full blown narcissist males are doing to me. They age out and they just dig back in the past for anyone that they either slept with or an ex-girlfriend, or sometimes it's someone that has not slept with them that they see or can look back and say, maybe I should have tried to date her. So I'll be kind of like that girl. Maybe not with Irene. I didn't think about maybe getting with her. Because they're looking for a bunch of different things: sex, financial support, a place to live. They're looking for various things. So they dig back in their past of people that they've already known, that they have some kind of friendship bond with. There's some kind of ex bond, or some kind of bond with an ex, I mean. And these are aging male narcissists. I will not date these men. I'd rather be single. Being single is much more better than even considering dating an aging narcissist. And I don't want their money neither. Because half of them unhealthy. They ain't going to be making no money for very long. They ain't going to be making money for very long anyway. With these aging male narcissists, because every one of these narcissists, they're older than me. Maybe not old enough to be my dad, but they're all older. All I would do is get some little weak sex for 2 years. And then this motherfucker's going to be crippled, crazy, blind, and ugly. And I'm going to be what they call it, hospice wife. And ruin the rest of my freedom and good, healthy, nice life. And just ruin the rest of my life taking care of somebody that was not even around to help me raise or be a role model in the real sense of the word to any of my sons. So I will not reward no man with my body and my soul when this is the situation that I just explained. So, like I said, this is narcissism and text messaging. The thank you. I started with situation number 1, talking about the thank you. Remember? The thank you that comes from you, not the narcissist. The narcissist, a lot of times, they don't know how to say that. Your thank you. That's another thing they will do. I'll add this to situation number 3. Narcissism and text messaging, this is part 17. They won't say thank you at all. They don't say thank you at all. Imagine that. That's situation number 3. That's a red flag. Situation number 1, the empathic person or someone that's at least using cognitive empathy and being polite and professional, you say thank you. They don't reply. I gave you an example, a seasoned detective or investigator. If someone unalived you and the investigator went through your phone, that would be a red flag of your enemy. Detectives and investigators, they don't always solve your murder because of a direct aggressive threat in your text messaging. It could be something just as simple as someone didn't reply to you and you said something kind. And it's recent, it's been within the past month or so, very recent. The detectives and investigators in the city that I live in, if that was a real life situation I was in and they got my phone, they would suspect that my aware narcissist could have been involved just because he didn't say you're welcome. They're seasoned and very intelligent like that. They would pick up on that. All they would need is my phone. They wouldn't be concerned about this one out of town. He ain't been in town in years. He don't know where I stay. So the one sending me the photo, that would have been situation number 2. The narcissist that's out of town, that's looking like a whole demonic Satan creature, that sent me this on May 11th. That said good morning, because he's working within the narcissist hours. I even addressed him by his name and he didn't reply. Scorpios, we do a lot of little setup shit to see what your game is, where your mind at. You don't see a bunch of Scorpios like on the street corner being shot down and shit. They children might get shot down. Scorpios have some hard-headed ass fucking children. It might happen to their kids, but it ain't happening to their parent. You can't make your kids listen to you once they get of age. So yeah, you will see a bunch of Scorpio children being harmed, hurt, trafficked, shot down because they don't listen to their fucking parents. Scorpio children think, oh, they crazy. My mom and daddy so crazy. They crazy. No, we're not crazy. We know what's going to happen to your bad ass. They don't listen. And that's because the children of Scorpios are not other Scorpios. That's why they ain't listening. If all of my freaking children were other Scorpios, they would be listening. But that's the dynamic. Scorpios are not, ooh, I'm going to have sex this month so I can give birth to a Scorpio, or so I can plant the seed of a Scorpio baby. We don't think like that. That's just not how we're thinking. We're not planning to have other Scorpio babies. Okay. But that's the thing. So I gave you a couple of situations so that no response to the thank yous that you're sending. The narcissist not thanking you. Okay. And a narcissist sending you photos and initiating contact. And when you reply, they don't reply. They hate you and they will unalive you. Aging male narcissists will freaking hurt you. I just gave you an example of my ex-neighbor from decades and decades ago. And I said this in another video about black males when I talked about why they do it and how we can stop some of these murders of black women. Black men are the best because they warn you. They know, they letting you know when they mad. The average black male is going to show agitation and is going to threaten you. When someone threatens you and tell you exactly what they're going to do to you, it is almost a form of suicide or a form of severe cognitive dissonance is what they call it in psychology. It's almost like you're suffering from a severe cognitive dissonance. And that's created because the person is threatening you, yet they're calling you to say hello. You got to be smart enough to remove the call when they're saying hello and I love you. You got to remove the niceness and just look at the threat. So the narcissist in text messaging part 17, this series in part 17, and remember, I'm going to put the playlist and videos in the description box. Give me about 30 minutes to get that done once this live ends. This one will guard your life. So what do? I always give the result. And remember, the narcissist in text messaging case-by-case series, please click a like. It's a case-by-case basis, not a case-by-case series. I apologize for that. We're doing things on a case-by-case basis. So when the narcissist is not replying to your thank you, they're initiating contact, sending these demonic photos, and you reply. Going forward, don't reply to any of the texts. Stop replying at all. And set your phone where it doesn't send them the red text message option. So I can go in here. Okay, like, let me go in this text message here. Let me see what I have it on. Okay, so for this one with the demonic photo sent to me of out of town, and I said, hello, Rob, nice photo, I just called you. He's pissed because I didn't say handsome photo. I'm not going to keep calling him handsome. He's not my relative. He's not someone I want to date. I'm not interested. I said, I just called you. Rob called me. Robert called me. I just woke up. No reply. But he initiated it. He initiated the text stream through the photo. So with this situation with Robert, I need to go in here and I need to don't send red confirmation. Okay. So remember, I give you the solution on a case-by-case basis. So don't send red confirmation. So I'm going to click on that. So what I do, I go under his text. I click on the three dots in the upper right corner. On my phone, I have a old Android, y'all. So I go in the text message stream. And first of all, when I go in the text message stream, it has his phone number, not his name. I don't make these Negroes and niggas. Negro is a good word, okay, because we're Negroes. But I don't make these niggas a contact. It shows his area code, 909, such and such, such and such. He's not a contact. Why are you making these motherfuckers a contact? That brings attachment. They should not be a contact in your phone. Okay, so he's already not a contact because I don't want to be attached to sociopaths and narcissists and psychopaths. So he's already not a contact, but he's the only one in here that's at the top of the list with a 909 number that's in Cali. Okay, so I go in here and I go in the upper right corner where the three dots are at, and I click that, and I'm gonna click don't send red confirmation. So going forward, when he texts me, he won't know if I've read it. I've already done this with the aware narcissist that I used to be with. But this is a narcissist. Robert, he's coming into his awareness. And that's because he's talking to me and I'm giving him some clues and providing a little free therapy so he can come into who he is. This one, Robert will come into who he is without me having to call him a narcissist because he's a Scorpio. He'll be able to figure it the fuck out. He will be able to figure it the fuck out. I don't need to call a Scorpio one. He'll figure that out. Very intelligent creatures, okay? Or people or human beings, y'all. Scorpios, we not creatures. I'm just joking. So remember, click on that. Go to the text messaging stream. If you have them as a contact, remove their ass. And then click on don't send red confirmation. Okay? And just stop replying from there. There's no threat to me. The specific narcissist doesn't know where I specifically live, and he lives out of town. So I'm safe. Okay? So hopefully y'all learned a lot from this video. Let me see if I got any chats or comments. People are at work right now, of course. And it's fine. People will leave comments and stuff later. It's 12:18 p.m. So it's in the afternoon where I'm located at. And so people are at work. They're busy. They're at their kids' schools. Today, I'm in my makeshift studio doing videos. So, any questions? Remember, first example I gave is when you send the thank you and the narcissist does not reply to your thank you. They're dangerous to you. They hate you, don't like you. Then I think the second example was when the narcissist initiates text with you through photos, then you reply and they don't reply. They hate you. Then I gave you the example of what happened to my neighbor decades and decades ago. And remember, the red flag in that was that my neighbor's husband in prison would contact her, but when she would write him letters, he wouldn't reply. Him not replying to her letters was a sign that the threats that he was making towards her when he got out of prison, that he would actually fulfill his promise of killing her and fulfilling his promise of getting her Cadillac. Because remember, that's what he said he wanted. Now, a prisoner doesn't have to threaten you. The fact that he does not reply to your letters is enough. See, because these narcissists that's texting me, they're aware enough and smart enough not to threaten me. Because these are Capricorns and Scorpios. So they're smart enough. They're not an Aries. They're not a fire sign. They're just not popping off at the mouth. Okay? So the most dangerous thing is when they don't reply to your thank you and they're initiating texts. You send something kind, they don't reply. The most dangerous thing in all of this is that they're not threatening you. They're going to catch you off guard. I don't meet with none of these aging male narcissists in person. Once I have established their personality type, there's no reason I should be meeting with any male narcissist in person, whether they be an ex-spouse, even just a friend that I never slept with any of them. So, do y'all have any questions? Because this is the narcissist and text messaging, part 17, y'all. The thank you. The thank you. That's how it began. Narcissist and text messaging, part 17, y'all. Y'all got any questions? Thank you so much for the like. I'm very grateful for it. Please like, share, and subscribe. And give me 30 minutes, y'all, to update the description box. I got to get me a little bitty small coffee. I'm going to get a small coffee. Give me 45 minutes to update the description box. Give me 45 minutes. Because when I end this video, I'm going to make the video public right away. And I got 15 minutes worth of chores to do, getting my coffee, taking a restroom break. And then after my 15-minute break, I am going to spend 30 minutes updating the description box. Okay? Y'all got any questions? This is Narcissist and Text Messaging, part 17, the thank you, y'all. Narcissist and Text Messaging, part 17, the thank you. Any questions? I answer questions for free. I see a person still in here. So if you have any questions, let me know. Maybe you have a specific situation that you want to talk about. If you do, let me know. I'll answer it right here. The chat's right there. Just start typing down there if you like. I'll give you 1 more minute. Any questions, y'all? And this will be added to the Narcissist and Text Messaging playlist. And this is part 17, the thank you. Any question you have, put it right down in the chat, y'all. Now y'all got me sounding like Jim Jones when he was like telling people to come up and get saved and get some more of the cyanide, Kool-Aid, poisoning. Y'all got me sounding like Jim Jones now. And I shouldn't be sounding like that. Please click a like. If you have a question, I'll answer it for free. And you may have it later. So if when the video ends, you think of your question, put it in the comments. I'm going to release this video to the public right away. I'm going to add it to my Narcissist and Text Messaging playlist, part 17. I've been pretty consistent about this, y'all. I'm serious about the Narcissist and Text Messaging series. Please click a like. I'm going to release this video to the public right away. The first 15 minutes, I'm going to be on a break. So give me 45 minutes to get the description box updated. I love y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tune in for more right here with the Advanced Insight channel. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. Narcissist and Text Messaging, part 17, y'all. I love y'all. Tune in for more right here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye. Thank you so much for the like.